Why so many people are trying so hard to become rich? Maybe you are making the same mistake without realizing it. But don't worry. I am here to help you see things as they are. You know what the big obstacle could be that is holding you back in order to achieve economic success. That's what we're going to talk about now. So if you want to take another course and make sure the money gets to you, stay with me until the end of this video. I promise you will understand exactly what is holding you back, and you will also be surprised to discover that the majority of people do not achieve their goals because objectives are not set high enough. This, without a doubt, prevents them from achieving the success they deserve, all without exception. Want to succeed in becoming rich or millionaires, but you know what the problem is: very few are willing to make the necessary sacrifices. It is easy to see those who have already made it and think how lucky they are. But the truth is that many do not see the mirror that others traveled to reach. For example, I have been many times today. People talk bad about me because I have money. But you have no idea what I have experienced. They don't know that I started from scratch, that I took advantage of some opportunities and missed others. But today I enjoy the best of life, precisely because I went through the worst. And if I need to make sacrifices every day to have the best, I will. This is the first thing you must understand. You must be willing to do whatever it takes. If you want to reach 1 million, don't set it as your final goal. The truth is that many of us have failed. Precisely because we set ourselves goals that are too low. At the beginning of my career, I made that mistake. I set myself very small goals, and that's why I got stuck. So if you really want to be a millionaire, set a goal 10 times bigger, or even 20 times bigger than you can imagine. When you have great aspirations, you can also achieve big things now. If this video is already making you think and adding something positive to your life, click like, and something else, comment below with the phrase, "I'll become Rico." Just write that. I'll become Rico. I'll put a heart to your comment. And I will be totally convinced that you will be the first millionaire in your family. Poverty is a very hard thing to do, if ever. Have you met someone who lived in poverty, passed needs, or came close to falling into Ella? You know, it's a terrible thing. Even those who have money can live as if they were poor. I know people with a lot of money who acted as if they lived in misery, who die in fear of being left with nothing. And that's why they didn't spend any of the money they had. Make a list of all the things they do. Those who live in poverty, because most are attitudes and habits, and commit yourself not to make them listen to them. Well, what I say, make a list of habits of those living in poverty, or act as if they were and let them repeat daily. For example, consume drugs, buy alcohol. Do not save or invest to spend, wasting too much time on weekends. Depend on the government or other persons, taking shortcuts instead of. Have a victim-like attitude. Do not refuse contact opportunities. Avoid leaving your comfort zone or traveling. These are things you should stop doing immediately, if you are carrying them out. And I am sure you can add more to this list. To leave behind all behaviors related to poverty. You have to learn from the right people, of those who are already successful in the area, in the one you want to improve. These people have a clear and know how to achieve what they want, have the right practice, the correct discipline, and are always advancing. You don't need 22 mentors. Study in depth to 2 people who have already been successful. Learn well of 2 people instead of superficially getting to know each other. At 20, I assure you that you will notice the difference. If you have the opportunity to spend 3 days with someone who has earned millions, I can guarantee you that it will be a major change. Add it to your list of objectives. I will spend 3 days with a millionaire in one place, where I can learn from him. This experience will be transformative for you. And focus on only 2 people. Will prevent you from getting confused. With information, people should stop lying to themselves. Don't be fooled. People who succeed work many hours a week. Don't think that turning millionaire is how to go on vacation. Those who play in the big leagues work about 80 hours a week. Or even more. Elon Musk, for example, continues to work many hours each week. Don't think that when you become a billionaire, you stop working. You actually work more, because you are determined to achieve your goals. That's what grown-ups do. When you spend money, make sure you are investing. Not only bad spending, it's stop spending money. I prefer to invest 1,000 pesos in unnecessary things, in something that generates a profit for me, instead of spending 100 pesos in something that only gives me temporary satisfaction. Listen to what I say and write down this. If you can invest your money, don't waste it. Stop spending senselessly and start investing. I prefer to spend 4 times more in inviting someone to lunch, if there is a chance that we can do business, in the future, instead of spending money in inviting my wife to dinner, so we can generate income, have a good time creating good memories, maybe close some businesses. Some people say that, on average, a millionaire has 7 sources of income. The truth is that the people I know, and that they have accumulated a fortune of millions. This was achieved by creating several sources of income. If you want to become truly rich, you need to have different ways to win. Money creates multiple sources of income for you, for your family, and also for your company. Your business should have different ways of generating income. First, with the main work carried out by, and then adding value in the area, in the one you find yourself. You should not ask for a salary increase. Anyway, instead of that, you should apply for a bonus. As you demonstrate that you have generated the most revenue for the company, the third additional income you should look for should be external first. Stands out in your work in second place is looking for an extra source of income that is related to what you already do in those 40 hours a week for another person, and the third additional income should also come from a different source of what you do during the day. You could use some of your free time at night for an extra activity. Many people ask for a salary increase when they should actually ask for a bonus, as a bono demonstrates that you are bringing additional value to your work. Your contacts are your real capital. A big mistake I made was stay too long close to my circle of that they already accepted me and understood. That is, my family loves me. But that boy was holding me back. They gave me encouragement, they told me how well I did it, and they always reminded me how much they loved me, gave me support and comfort when I made mistakes. But that's not what you need. You need to expand your contacts. When the people who love you comfort you, in reality, you should be building new relationships. Inclusion at conferences, events, and mentors ending you in learning from those who have been successful. With these new contacts, you can collaborate with different people, not with the 5 people you already know well, because they already have your support and are part of your nearby circle. What you want is to collaborate with new people. So work on expanding your network of contacts. For 30 years I have been investing money. In this I do not lose money. I never lose money. This should be a rule in your life. Warren Buffett says the rule number 1 about money is don't forget it. And rule number 2 is don't forget it. The third is never lose money. And the fourth is the same, stop investing money in things where there is the slightest chance you could lose it because of that. I invest all my money in me and my business, or in properties. These are the only 3 areas in which I invest first. I never take risks that make me lose money. You can't take that away from me. That is the experience I have gained throughout my life. Any knowledge or experience you have, you can't take it away from me. Secondly, I invest in my business. I can advertise working in marketing, make more people like me, and visit different places. I know I can never lose money by investing. In my business, adding employees is an investment, not an expense. The third thing I invest in are real money-generating assets that, over time, they will increase in value without risk of money decreasing. The probability that it costs money to invest on my own is practically 0. Is almost impossible for me to lose money when I invest in properties, because I understand the subject and I know what I'm talking about. People say you are a strong person. You need to make difficult decisions quickly. And that's how the world works. This is how the business world is called. When things get tough, you need to be able to make quick decisions. The truth is that when situations get complicated, sick people make difficult choices quickly. Because of this, very humble people are often misinterpreted, because they are willing to make decisions that don't always make them look good, and that is why they judge them. The reality is that in order to achieve financial success, you will have to make very difficult decisions. My mother used to say, if you're passing by through difficult times, keep going and walk as fast as you can. This could be the most important advice. that I can give to people who are just starting out. Do not stop. Never give up the millionaires after reaching your goals. Simply start over and move on. Nor do they give up when facing problems. They adjust their focus, knowing that their objectives are achievable, that your new goals are important, and that they are always worth the trouble. And when they do not give up, it is not an opinion for me. I think that is why I have been able to get up so many times. I hope you follow these steps to become very rich, and thus can be an example for others who are in poverty, for those who may just be starting out, and even for that millionaire, which is starting to be very successful. To be a goal in your life, because it will allow you to help many people. Remember that those who have nothing to give.